It's not
Hello,
Christmas.
everyone.
Sorry.
And it's Morphin Mania time. It's my fault. I was talking before we started podcasting. It's a mania. It is intentionally really unprofessional. Do you guys have anything else you wanted to say before we started the show?
We're just talking about kung fu movies.
Yeah,
We're good.
Eric was talking about kung fu movies.
I bought some kung fu movies.
Did you?
I bought Ip Man, Ip Man 2.
Oh, cool. The Wrath of Ip.
Ip Man is about the guy that trained Bruce Lee.
Oh, I think you told me about that, but I forgot.
Yeah, I love those movies.
That's one I've heard of.
That's Donnie Yen. That's
Star Wars guy.
Imwe.
Oh, yeah, cool. Well, anyway, we're going to watch some more Power Rangers Zeo, everybody.
Donnie Yen should be a Power Rangers movie.
Today we got to tackle a small problem and then apparently the Christmas episode this season, which is a season to remember. I didn't realize that was the Christmas episode this season until DJ looked at his...
Oh, no. It's not just
sheet.
Christmas. It's a multicultural holiday event. So.
Excuse me, I'm very insensitive. I apologize. Anyway, so those are the two episodes we're doing today. So maybe I'll get a little bit more Gold Ranger. I guess this episode I get some Gold Ranger, and then after that, I'm sure there will be no Power Rangers of any
It's a
kind.
tiny episode.
But we'll find out.
I realized we did that before Zeo.
This is Zeo.
Oh, sorry, before Turbo. I realized we did that before we got Baking No Pizza.
We turned some Rangers tiny in the first season.
Oh, that's right. We put them in the jar.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
We have done one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway, so if you are watching live, thanks for joining us. And because I have done this spiel 1,000 times, DJ is now going to explain what to do if you want to watch it with us. Go ahead, DJ.
Oh, man, I never pay attention during this part. Okay. Well, please grab your DVDs or your... Yeah, it's just basically DVDs. Or jump in the rabbit room with us, and we will let you know when it's time to press play. Are you ready, Cap?
Well, I'm going to give you like a C+, I think. So you got to separate it from live people and people that are watching after the fact.
Oh,
so if you're
right,
watching live, click the link in the description. You don't have to sync up with us. And if you're watching after the fact, you do have to sync up. Get your DVDs, your Netflix, however you want to watch it. Get a timestamp 0. Make sure you're watching episode 28, which is called A Small Problem. And get ready to press play when I say now. That was a good effort, DJ. Well done. Here we go.
I didn't realize there was going to be a pop quiz on this one. Sorry.
Well, honestly, I've said it so many times. I didn't think it was a pop quiz either. I thought you just jump right in there. But
no, this is where I tune out completely. Up until it starts.
I'm
usually with an explosion. It's what wakes them back up.
I really appreciate that my regular co-host, who has done this with me 89 times, does not know what I say during that. That's great. Everybody, please press play right now.
I remember that part.
Eric probably could have done it.
I was all ready for the press play right now.
Good job. You don't even have to. You're looking at the rabbit room.
Hey, minimal effort is the definition of this show. I was not prepared to perform.
So, Eric, this is a stupid question, I'm sure. I'm sure your answer to this is going to be, this is a stupid question.
Sure.
But besides Gold Ranger,
yeah,
which of these suits do you like the best? Which is basically like asking which combination of shape and color is best. But I'm going to ask you anyway.
I like the red helmet best, but I think the color scheme looks best on green.
Okay.
I think the green and the gold looks best.
And you don't have any opinion on the shapes on the helmets?
Well, that's what I said. Red for the helmets.
But the shapes, like the star and the...
Well, that's what I mean by red. The star, I think.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got you. I'm with you. I think that probably looks best.
Hey, dude's back. Remember him?
He's back? Yeah, that's the
Raymond.
computer whiz guy.
That's Raymond.
Wow, I read his personality completely differently. I immediately was like, okay, so he's like the school stoner. And,
Well, I actually said that last episode. Like, you can be both. You could be a computer
guess
whiz
that's true,
and a
that's
stoner.
true.
And we've had a lot of characters that are like
that's
that.
true.
Right?
That's true.
The guy from Dollhouse is like that.
Yeah.
He strikes me as a computer genius who is probably also doing drugs.
Well, he definitely is in
Cabin in the Woods. Yes, he is.
Just won't stop.
Most assuredly. He's great in both of those things.
I didn't get to him in Dollhouse. Or if I did, I don't remember him.
He's there from the very beginning.
Okay.
He's
well,
the guy that's running her pod.
Oh, okay. I watched that when it aired until the Super Mario episode, and I just stopped. I should go back at some point.
I think you left just as it got good. Because it's the first few episodes are kind of boring, I think. I forget where it is because it's been so long since I watched that show, but there's a place. Would you stop sucking up to your kid? Okay, he's just a kid. Quit calling him a man. But anyway,
maybe he has like a nuclear core or something. Like he's really dangerous if he throws a tantrum.
Just anything you say is going to be more interesting to do with these characters. Before going,
like when he has a meltdown, he has a meltdown.
That's literal. But yeah, later on they're going to bring in. Later on, they're going to bring in Prince Gasket, and we're going to say,
I can't wait to get there because the Sentai is completely different. Prince Gasket is Sprocket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the bullet. You know the bullet guy that comes in.
Yeah. Kaboom.
He murders Sprocket, like rips his head off, and
what?
Throws him on the ground right in front of his mother. And this is after Mondo's already been destroyed.
Oh, and then he moves his consciousness over.
But then they find Mondo later, and he's like just a dismembered head in a jar. That's all that's left of him, and he uses all the whatever energy he has left to bring Sprocket back to life. But when he comes back to life, he's older, and that's why he comes back as that older one.
Why didn't we use any of that? That's obnoxious.
So they're never on the screen at the same time. So all that stuff that you see, those two characters at the same time, that's all American footage.
Oh, I hate that.
I think I kind of just pitched that kid from the Twilight Zone who's like super powerful. Maybe I'm not so original. Yeah, no, that guy's stoned.
I don't know if this is the computer guy. Is it the computer guy?
No, that's who that is. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can see like some lizards and like maybe you might see some like more lizards. And
maybe even a spider.
And I don't think Eric's talking about the character. I think he's talking about the actor playing.
No, the actor is clearly like literally like walked on set like work. It's California. It's legal there.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if there's in the 90s.
No.
It's probably against the code that they're filming with, though. Like,
but like even I don't know, like
fast motion.
In Poltergeist, the parents are just like smoking. I feel like that's in California.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if California's always had a relaxed view on that. I'm not really sure.
Well, California's always been considered the most liberal state in the country, so. If there's a lizard, go get it.
Oh man, it's a lizard.
Get some lizards. Some sand.
You might even find a cool rock. Whoa, man, look at this rock. It's pretty cool. Oh man, that guy's gonna come back. He's gonna have no idea what happened to his car.
These rocks are so interesting.
He just spent the entire trip with Tommy and Catch being like, "Are you cool, man? Hey, man, you cool? Are you cool, man?"
If you came back and you thought your car was missing, and then you found the tiny car on the ground, what conclusion would you draw? Just in real life.
You think it's a toy.
This actually, yeah, and you'd be like, that's a very strange coincidence. That's exactly where my Jeep was.
You're saying if you're the stoner guy and you come back and you see like exactly your car but tiny.
But tiny, what conclusion would you draw?
He's baked, so he
depends on how
would be like, maybe
is.
there's some aliens.
Yeah, but if it was you in real life, and you came and you found that, yeah, and you picked it up.
I would probably immediately go to science fiction. Like when I was a kid, I rode my bike really fast and I missed my street and I turned onto what I thought was my street, but it wasn't. And I was about half convinced I'd gone so fast I traveled to the future and everything was different, like in Navigator.
Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah, like in Flight of the Navigator. I had that thought where I'm like, did I go forward in time? The street is different.
So
yeah, I'd probably immediately go to a science fiction explanation.
Am I remembering this correctly, DJ? We are inconsistent when we go small in this show, aren't we, about whether or not we do like tiny helium voices? I don't think we always do it.
I would think the best way to do this is do tiny helium voice when you're from the perspective of something bigger, and when you're down in their perspective, it's normal voices when they talk to each other, right? That's what you do. That
would be better than what they're doing here, because we're gonna have to keep hearing the chipmunk voice, and that's irritating.
Hey man, you see my car?
All I found was this Hot Wheels car that looks exactly like my car. Makes some.
You know who he looks like?
He walked off the set of Wayne's World and came to Power Rangers.
Has
I was
anybody?
thinking about that, but yeah.
Did anybody? He looks like a live action version of the Tracy guy who just joins the Pokemon team for a little bit. Have you ever seen that guy?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He wears a green
He's
shirt.
got
He
the
has a
bandana.
long- Yeah. That's all
Yeah.
he's missing is the bandana.
I didn't like him because he wasn't Brock when I was a kid.
Well, nobody is.
See, look, now he has to draw a conclusion. I wonder what could have happened. Just call him. Zordon already knows what happened. He has a viewing globe. He
He
can see
kind of
everything.
looks like a younger version of the guy from Wayne's World, the one who's like the tech, who's like always hammering it. He
Yes!
kind of looks like that guy.
Yes!
Who was definitely always baked that entire movie.
That's true of several characters in that movie.
Well,
but
I think all of the characters, but that guy's the one like, nah, man, I love you.
I also think that guy could be in every Kevin Smith movie ever.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it will annoy people when I say this, but I feel like an Australian accent sounds really weird with a helium voice.
Okay, can I make a logic complaint?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, assuming that they have the relative powers to their size, so they see the hole in the wire mesh, they're like, oh man, it's gonna be really hard to get up there.
Zordon, hold on. Why doesn't Zordon know what happened?
He wasn't
Selective
observing
on
the
missions.
He doesn't usually need it. He just always knows what the
Okay,
monsters are.
so
Sorry,
look,
man.
they're saying it's hard to get up there, right?
Yep.
They jump into Zords regularly. Is that much higher than the regular Zord jump,
I think it's
relatively speaking?
Okay. So now I'm going to ask you this question.
Okay.
Because
Oh
of,
man, spider!
because
I
of
told you to
many
see some spiders.
of the other things that immediately cause you to demorph, why do they even have powers right now? Like, if you're shrunk down that far, I would wonder if you could even connect to the morphin grid.
But I think we're consistent about that, right? Shrinking has never demorphed them.
That's true, and there's a lot of other things where they're not demorphed. Like, there's that episode where they get turned into like metal balls and they're still in morph. Like, yeah, so maybe I'm wrong about that. But is it possible that being tiny, they're still in their costumes, but they can't use their powers? Is that the explanation?
He's punching rocks. I can't punch rocks.
Could they call their Zords right now, and would they be smaller?
No, the Zords wouldn't be smaller.
Can they call their weapons right now?
Maybe it's
I
all
don't
voice
know.
activated and it doesn't recognize their voice.
That's hilarious.
But they're not saying anything when they jump into a Zord. I feel like they should be able to jump through that wire mesh. This should not be a challenge for them, even tiny.
Why can't they teleport?
Yeah, good question.
Like, forget jumping. Just press a couple buttons and teleport. And their communicators work.
Okay, now the lead is completely open. They have no excuse for not being out of there.
But they didn't anyway, because you could teleport inside anything.
Is this the Lord Zed cave again?
Well, I'm sure it's the same set.
Same cave they always use?
Okay.
That's a good one.
That is pretty good. So wait, they're gold mining when we have Gold Ranger that just came in? Like, that's a coincidence. And we're not being self-aware about it like we were a few episodes ago, DJ.
At least it's not the 2017 movie where there's just like this untapped gold mine that's like full of gold that no one's found.
Had you shown up on the commentary yet when he goes, there was something called the Gold Rush?
Yes, I was here. I was here. Because we're discussing how little sense it makes.
That was the best. That is my second favorite thing you've ever said, DJ.
I have no recollection of most things that you like that I said, so.
You know what the first one is, though. The first one is the toddler piano.
Telling you.
Don't they have guns?
She sounds like a
That's
chipmunk.
what I'm saying. Can they call their weapons?
No, but don't they have side holsters? Or do they not have that in the show?
They have holsters, but I can't tell if there's anything in the holsters right now.
Mine him.
He's got gold.
Why are they scared of him? He looks just like the other Rangers.
Yeah, they've got their weapons in their holsters and they're not pulling them out.
Just shoot. That was a weird jump cut.
Okay, quick cut. Cut.
I wouldn't be motioning with your fists that dramatically while you're holding people in them. I wouldn't be flipping while you're holding people in your fists.
That does not sound like a line where it is appropriate to salute.
Fists. He keeps switching fists. Anybody else noticing that? Okay.
Yes. He's got sweaty palms. He's just pawing them off.
Well, they've got fun movements.
Oh no, I'm surrounded. Yeah,
it's not as good as I think it's the Time Force ones that do this, which is my favorite. They move like this.
Those are some of the best. Yeah.
Or is it like this?
But I do like the cogs a lot. We've been talking about them. They look a lot like Cybermen.
They do. But I feel like what I like about the cogs is better in Time Force.
They perfected the cogs. Time Force.
I think they perfected them in SPD.
I don't remember what their buddies look
DJ,
like.
if I could, I would go back in time and for
they're the soccer ball head robot.
And for perfecting the cogs, I would have told the producers of that season, congratulations. That's what I would do. Yep.
Good work. Nailed it.
I don't think has that one come up yet? Have we used? I think we used that once, didn't we?
I don't think so.
You know who made the cogs, right?
No.
Cagliostro.
I have also used that one.
That one did come up.
It has been, we have been doing cog puns for the last several shows. And I love them. And Jeffrey wishes that he had never started it, but I'm so glad. I'm so glad that he did.
Great. I wish we could. I mean, I can't remember what I've done. So, like, people who are watching along are going to be like, you already used that one.
We should write all the cog puns down.
Oh, yeah, we don't have the chat window open.
Oh, yeah, we don't. I should open it. We'll see if anyone's watching. Cinematographic and Mr. Roboto are watching. And Grimdeath Griffin is in there as well.
Give us a name option, the one with the PIM particles.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty good.
She sounds like a chipmunk. Tommy sounds like a munchkin from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, Tommy sounds like Tommy. Her voice sounds like there's a mistake in the audio. Billy should grow his hair just a little bit longer. He'd look cool with like just a little bit longer hair.
Okay, but are you going to shrink it back down so you can easily take it out of the command center? I mean, the power chamber?
Maybe they can teleport it.
Oh, yeah, you guys look like you're standing there.
What happened to the Jeep? It turned inside out.
And then it exploded.
A giant mech, the Tyrannobot? Did John Peters produce this?
Once again, I know I'm a broken record, but he knows what that is. So why doesn't he know everything else?
Wait, we just shrunk a Ranger recently. Remember, because I made the Mike TV joke? It was Adam.
Yeah, we did that really
shrunk
recently.
Adam, yeah.
These effects are pretty good for TV, especially for 1990X.
Yes, but they do not know that they do not look like they're on that floor.
But some of the forced perspective shots are really good.
You know, Tommy would have felt really embarrassed if he was just slightly more on the edge and fell off, because he was like teetering on the edge of that table, and he could have just fallen right off. Grimdeath Griffin is right. That is another Billy invention. I think you have to write that one down.
Oh yeah,
was that within the power chamber?
The super grower thing?
Yeah, no, that was Billy making that.
Okay.
He also made the remote control car that sucks cogs up.
That was so weird. He's just driving this remote control car and just sucks cogs into. I don't know. But my favorite part when we were watching that episode was when, before we could see his face, DJ goes, "Is that a grown man playing with that?" And then Billy comes into frame. Time to go to all black so we can use the Zeo cannon.
Okay, so you know what I don't like about Zeo Cannon?
Everything?
Well, it's a teamwork thing, right?
Yep.
Red cannon. I don't like that.
That's fair.
Tommy's the only one that matters.
We do that a lot with Red Rangers, especially when we get to the Battleizers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well,
he's also us. We get the Battleizers.
He also has his own Megazord on top of a Zord.
Red Ranger, at least in Sunday, Red Ranger always gets the best stuff. I mean, in American as well, but they're almost always the dullest character.
Triassic Ranger.
Their personality is usually, I'm the leader.
That's true. Because they kind of keep patterning them off of Jason, like it's kind of Mighty Morphin's fault, really.
What's weird is
okay.
There are some Red Rangers in
I thought you just meant Mighty Morphin era, because that is true up until you get past Mighty Morphin era, right?
Dangerous is okay. Andros at least has kind of like a story built around him.
That's true.
He's not the best actor. He might be the worst actor of that team, but on paper, he's not a bad Red Ranger.
I don't agree with, and some people might really disagree with me on this, but I feel like he's on par with TJ.
Oh, you think so?
I don't think TJ's a great actor either.
Okay, I like TJ. Okay,
He has
as the Blue Ranger, he's
line
really in the
readings
background
a lot. Well, sure. I'm just saying he's in that cast.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Andros has like a really cool look. You can tell why he got cast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he looks like J. Stan Frank.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
10 times.
So I've got these. Yeah, and honestly, they didn't need you at all last time. So I mean, you didn't need them at all last time. So
here it comes, the worst toy.
No, he stands up and turns into like a little human guy.
Yeah.
Let's see what it looks like in. Because the toy looks dumb. Let's see what the actual thing looks like.
It always has that much dirt on it every time it comes up.
He's got a cool face. I give him. He's got a cool head.
He's got a shelf on his butt.
They just go into his shelf.
He doesn't look as bad as the toy.
That's what I'm saying.
The toy is worse.
Yeah, a lot worse. Because when I looked at the toy, I was like, "Oh boy, I don't want that anymore."
Yeah, we do this second time.
And then look at how it lights up in the front.
Oh, look how big he is.
It's really he's huge.
Really, the only design flaw in that is his belly's so big.
Yeah, but you see why I like him?
And his arms don't move.
Like
he
doesn't do anything, but he looks really cool and he's big and epic.
Okay, so here's the thing. He is from the neck up. It's a great Zord design. My problem is he's got the problem I have with a lot of Zords, especially later. It's so big and bulky. He's never going to fight anything. He just stands there and shoots lasers.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, that is the problem with it. But the other thing is, I think part of the problem with that toy is it probably only looks good in that lighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably got to have flashing lightning all over it and be pitch black in the background.
So you're not going to cosplay as him? That's what you're saying?
I mean, somebody would have to wheel me around, right? Like,
oh, does he think Skull is the Gold Ranger?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, that's kind of fun. It would have been great if we did that.
Oh man, if Skull's the Gold Ranger,
that would be great.
And he's been alien this whole time.
No, it's just the thing you said where the ship comes down and for some reason in 6 seconds he picks freaking Skull to be the Gold Ranger.
How are they going to explain this?
Why'd you guys leave me out in the desert?
Lying.
That's how we're going to explain it. With lying.
I have one of those in Ultimate Spider-Man to talk about when we do the Omnibus.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, where I'm just like, I don't know if this lying is okay to protect your secret identity.
You know how you said that when you read it before that was your least favorite arc?
Yeah.
I can see why. I do not know how I feel about some of that.
I have better experience this time.
There's some weird writing in that, man.
Are
you
guys to the Sinister Six arc yet?
No, that we are 2 away from that.
We just read we're about to review the arc right at
with Geldorf.
By the time this post, we'll have done it already.
It's the Geldorf arc.
Yes. I forget we're still live.
but we're about to do the one right after Venom.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have. I read this topic myself, and it made Geldorf so much better.
So, folks, it's time for Christmas again. We're doing more Christmas. Eric, are you ready to get festive?
Hey, Raymond's back.
Yeah, he was in the description for the Christmas one.
Eric's excited. We get more stoner guy.
Yeah.
DJ, are you ready, or do you want to read some Ultimate Spider-Man? I don't know what you're doing.
I was trying to see which one was after Venom. It's apparently got Storm on the front.
Yeah, that's where he hangs out with the X-Men.
It's that X-Men arc where the 3 female X-Men show up and they're like, "We're the cute X-Men." That's a line. They say that.
It's where the X-Men, and then Kitty Pryde says the
cute ones. Yeah, and then they talk about how they're big fans of Spider-Man, and she has a poster of him on her wall.
I never liked that version of Jean Grey with the short hair. It's not my thing.
No.
Yeah, I don't love it either. I don't like a really young looking Storm either, but that's just me. I don't like a real petite Storm. Like, she's an Amazon, you know what I mean? Like, she should be thicker.
But she's not an Ultimate.
Yeah.
When they first get her, she's just wearing like a Nick shirt.
Yeah, she's in prison. She's in prison.
Yeah, she's in prison.
I mean, if it's a complete reimagining, because it's Ultimate, I guess it would be, then that's fine. But I would need to read that stuff to warm up to it.
I've got it.
Because like just running into it, I'm like, oh, that's not Storm. That's like Halle Berry Storm.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Time for episode 29 of Zeo. It's a season to remember. We'll see how memorable this one is, DJ. Here we go. Ready? Please press play right now.
I'm here too.
Yeah, I'm just trying to evolve the guy that's way over there. He's just way over there.
Hey, I couldn't remember the intro, so I'm.
And also, you're not on all these, so what I meant was, like, DJ's on
I
this.
didn't see apparently the really bad Christmas one.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned that. And also, just that, like, he and I are doing the show all the time, so it's like, are we gonna ever remember and mention this again? That's why I said
No, Eric has unfortunately showed up on 2 of the Christmas episodes. He was
Did
on the
I?
last one with us.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
Because
well,
we-
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I didn't see the one that you guys say is really bad.
The
That's
one that
not
was just on a VHS tape.
Yeah.
I mean, it hardly counts because it wasn't aired, but yeah.
Santa with a violin.
Or is it a wise man?
Or was Santa secretly a wise man? Why are we zooming on the things that we're zooming in on?
Hey, you know what they should do at Boom Comics? They should have the Power Rangers crossover with Klaus. Klaus should be the canonical Santa in the Power Rangers comics universe.
I love that so much. Like, now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it.
Oh, I remember this episode.
Also, Grant Morrison tried Power Rangers.
Wait, this is in the future where Tommy's old?
Yeah. You're not supposed to know that. He's doing a secret voice.
Okay, sorry for spoiling it, but it's really obvious.
Hey, man, he's not a voice actor. What do you want?
So, if this is canonical, do we have to assume that
Cat?
is the grandkid, like a grandkid that he has with Kat?
But they haven't even got together at all yet.
It's called foreshadowing.
No, I know.
Sure.
I'm just saying that, like, with everything we know from the whole canon now, is that what we have to assume?
I don't count Neo Saban as canon.
Is he
You might if the new show ends up being great, though.
making googly eyes at
That's not Neo Saban.
the doctor chick in Down Thunder? Is there some chemistry there?
Oh, so you're saying we've gotten back to canon now?
Yeah.
They didn't count for a lot of years, but now that Hasbro bought the license, now we'll count it?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we
actually
just
have a-
removed the Neo Saban section.
Okay, but I've only seen the pilot for that show, and I liked it a lot, but it could end up feeling like Neo Saban, and if it does, you will eat your words later.
Well, then it
Explain-
just still won't be canon.
No, I didn't say that was. I saw the first episode, but I don't understand. Explain to me this: how are they? If there is a morphing grid, if there is Power Rangers in this universe. Where are the Power Rangers? Why are they making their own Power Rangers and stealing power from the grid? What are the Power Rangers doing?
You could ask that question about almost any Power Rangers show.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the only ones, and I haven't seen everything, but one of the only ones where it feels like there are still Rangers running around is Dino Thunder with Ninja Storm. But, like, there are a lot of them where it's like we just give up our powers at the end, and then conveniently somebody else finds another power source and becomes Power Rangers. Like,
But usually it's somebody that's involved in the morphing grid that has history with it, not just stealing from it.
but I don't have a problem with it. Like if you figure out a way to break into it, and then you decided you were going to make Rangers, that first of all, it makes sense that you could do that because you broke into the morphing grid, and second of all, that doesn't preclude the possibility of there being other Rangers in other places.
Yeah, that's true. And we
So
haven't got.
old-
That doesn't really ruin anything.
Old Man
Oh, I didn't say
Tommy
I ruined it.
is probably a real actor. Maybe even Jace David Frank in makeup. I don't know.
Oh, he is. I'm almost positive.
He moves as if he's a ventriloquist dummy. Like I thought I was looking at the back of like the Crypt Keeper or something. Like he doesn't move like a human being.
So, Eric, only a couple of episodes ago, they became private investigators.
Oh, cool. Look at the and they have the proper window and shades.
And lighting.
Yeah. When did fruitcakes become the like official joke food of the holidays? Also, I've never had a fruitcake. No one's ever given me a fruitcake. I've never been to a gathering where there's fruitcakes.
But
No,
universally, every time you hear a joke about fruitcakes and how like heavy and like impossible to buy into, and they are, it's always presented. They've got hats on.
And a tree.
It's always presented like it's a universal thing that we all have experienced, and
Yeah.
I haven't either.
Okay,
I bet you that's like a thing that we stopped doing in like the 80s.
Yeah.
How did Zordon send away for these? Did he like order these on Amazon or something? How
Oh,
did
you
he
went
get
to the
these?
Morphin Grid.
No, you know Alpha stole all of it like he beamed in those children.
Is that drawn on? Is that CGI? Did he pull that from another dimension?
It's Google Hangouts effects.
See, what would bother me if I was Zordon is that putting a Santa hat on me in the tube makes me part of the decoration.
Wait. Did you hear what Tommy said?
No.
So he explains to the menorah, and then Tommy goes, "Oh, so that's what that means." I was wondering, but I was too scared to ask.
You uncultured swine. Well, what's funny is, I think
How do
people
you
have
know the
sometimes.
celebration of African American heritage? You've been African American for like 30 days.
Good call.
Wait, what do you mean?
She's only
'Cause
been
she's
in
from the
America
past.
like recently.
Yeah, that's true. You're not an American. You're an African person.
I literally
Golly.
can't process all of it.
How? Yeah, Tanya has already in 30 episodes had a very strange history. She almost became like a platinum recording artist and gave it up.
That's better than her being a world famous recording artist and then everyone forgetting and going back to high school.
That was the worst. But he keeps wearing the hat. Hilarious.
So they're doing like a pretty good like spoof of this stuff, like with how they're talking and whatnot.
Yeah.
No kid's gonna get that.
Just for them.
Yeah, it's just for the actors, I'm sure.
I mean, you say that. I think there was a lot of like parodies of this kind of thing running around. So like a lot of kids would have at least been like I felt like I got this when I was a kid. And also in the 90s, I think a lot of kids were exposed more to like old black and white movies than they are now. Because like stuff that's on TV all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at a lot of the stuff that Sesame Street parodied, and they went to that kind of thing a lot.
Sesame Street does. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well,
So,
so
like,
and
you might-
Animaniacs does.
You might have only been exposed to other parodies, but you at least know what the tropes are.
I'm familiar with this parody.
Yeah. You at least get a sense of the archetypes. Okay, so
Whoa, man.
I didn't think this when I was a kid, but I don't know why I wasn't wondering if that guy would end up being a Power Ranger as much as we've been using him. Oh, we did a magic spell in a Christmas episode?
Oh, wow.
Tolerance, or learning lessons about tolerance.
Eric, this guy is now more on drugs than he was. Yeah, like he already seemed like he was under a magic spell, and now he's really under a spell. This is kind of interesting, actually,
It is.
that they went here. What's really funny is you wouldn't do this now because it would feel more controversial.
He said Korea.
Korea.
Yeah,
There you go.
So weird.
Okay,
he's Korean, canonically. Doing all that Korean kung fu like Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa, I think, is from Taiwan.
He is Taiwan. You're right. I made a mistake. No, I was thinking of the guy from the raid. My mistake. You're right.
you know, I guess the point I was trying to make earlier is at the time, it wouldn't feel as gutsy to do this as it does now. Like, this feels weirdly gutsy.
And that Raymond guy. You've never mentioned him in any of your other stories.
Didn't even bring him up now either. Like, we saw him have it happen, but that's a little conspicuous, Zordon.
I love that. Adam's thing is he just doesn't want to celebrate any holidays. He's like, some people don't even celebrate holidays this time of year.
I'm agnostic and have no spirituality. leave me out of your stupid holidays.
I don't like getting gifts.
I don't even like agnostic holidays. Holidays are just dumb. Thanks, Zordon. I'm sure if you keep saying stuff like that, the kids at home will really appreciate it.
He looks better in this lighting. Or it's a better suit, I'm not sure which.
I always forget Rocky's supposed to be Hispanic. Did you hear him? He said, I'm going to grab my tamales and get out of here.
Yeah, they laid that on really thick, though, when he had to go back in time for the Zio shard, right?
Oh, yeah, he's riding on like a donkey with a blanket. He went to Mexico.
Might as well have just put Bidney online. Oh, lights. We're in Mexico! That would have been awful.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they didn't do that. You guys, it's a Christmas episode where the bad guys are actually doing something. And it's not just messing with Santa Claus this time.
Stole my menorah.
This is already like there's no competition, but this is already the best Christmas episode.
What religious holiday is the Nutcracker representing? So is it a weird double standard that they're like, so we're bringing together all of the cultural holidays for the season, but we're going to decorate it like Christmas, and we're going to have things like nutcrackers, and it's all going to be red and green.
Yeah, because when we say holidays, we really mean Christmas, and we'll acknowledge the other ones with the one thing we've ever heard of from them.
You get a menorah, whatever Kwanzaa
has.
Adam can have just a blank table.
Grim Death Griffin says maybe Adam is a Jehovah's Witness.
A Korean Jehovah's Witness.
That's
just missionaries.
That's really funny. Or Rocky's basically like, yeah, kid, that's just a thing that parents say so they can cop out and not have to buy as much for the kids for Christmas.
I really don't.
You know what?
She said, well, whenever I'm mad, I always sing a song. Do you want to hear it?
Oh God, not again. Okay, never mind. Never mind what I said.
This is back down to number 2.
We have to do this every time. Well, here's the thing. This is the big thing that all three of them have in common. They all have to have bad singing.
Oh, but this song saves the day.
This is unfortunate.
They're being united in their hatred of this song.
I thought there was still a chance that we would morph or something. Never mind.
Is he possibly here to be a possible Gold Ranger? Is that possible that he's a red herring?
Yes. I also want to know if it's possible for you to say the word possible more times than you've already said possible.
Like in Pup Named Scooby Doo, where there's that character Red Herring, and
Red Herring,
and Fred always thinks that he's the bad guy, but he's not.
Yeah, because Fred's an idiot. Okay, Red Herring is never the bad guy.
Except there is an episode where he's the bad guy. It's the only episode where Fred doesn't think he's the bad guy.
Oh, God, Fred.
Yeah,
you idiot.
Yeah.
But I guess
it was great, by the way.
But I guess it can be explained away by, well, you're just a kid, and so you can be dumb. That's the Scooby-Doo show I liked.
Really?
I like that show.
You
Yeah.
like the meta show that's commenting on the regular show, but you don't like the regular show?
That's the one I like.
Interesting.
Doesn't that make sense, though? Like, when you say it out loud, it makes sense that would be the show I would like, right?
It's also the best of all of those, like, kid shows, right? Like, in a pre-Tiny Toons world. Like, wow! It's probably not better than Muppet Babies. I'm just saying things.
No, that's true, but it's one of the better shows.
Yeah.
You could put it on
Like, I
the
saw
list.
Flintstones Kids. Like, that show was not great. There was no, like, Little Jetsons.
A counter-dose of love or something. Oh, no, he did say love.
Oh, he's blowing a gasket.
Remember how I said this was the best one? What?
Oh, they're back. What a weird episode to bring them back.
And they made a giant... How did you make it, though? Out of what? That's really funny. This felt like it was written by two different people.
Are they friends?
Oh yeah,
They're
slaves.
so Rito and Goldar lost their memories, and Vulcan Skull are using them as slaves.
Oh,
and they clean their house and their garage and stuff.
hey, phone, like
Get smartphone.
what's that show?
Get smart.
Get Smart. Yeah, like Get Smart.
It's got the shoe phone.
So you didn't know about the whole Rito and Goldar as slaves thing?
No.
Okay, so
That seems unethical.
it's Vulcan Skull, whatever. At the end of Alien Rangers, you remember how
They get like blown up.
they beam out before the explosion?
Yes.
But here we retcon it and we say that the explosion made them lose their memories even though they beamed out before the explosion. And they also had the Zeo crystal, I thought, but they end up not having it, and it winds up in rubble, and then the Power Rangers find it, and then it just recreates the command center. And then we just keep going.
Ernie looks like what he does around the holidays is get a extra job working at Circuit City. Why is he wearing like a name tag and like a button-up shirt?
Power Rangers doesn't pay that well. Yeah, let's do something before he
That's
goes
just
to
one
set.
time. Do a holiday episode where you morph.
It does look like he has a name tag.
He does. It says Ernie on it.
Oh, he does have a name tag.
Okay.
It says Ernie on it.
We can all agree on that, right?
Rocky. What a goof.
Why did you tell me this story? What was I? Are you punishing me? Did I do something wrong? Did you have to sing that song?
How is this a reveal? How could, like, kids could tell that was Tommy?
No, you couldn't see he was wearing a red sweater. Man, he's got a whole Mr. Rogers outfit on.
It is Cat.
Oh, it is Cat.
So that's
Whoa.
canonical.
Oh.
That's foreshadowing because they're not even together yet.
Okay,
Well,
that's actually pretty cool
Not really foreshadowing. It's just coming right
because
out. And saying it.
we're not good at continuity in Power Rangers, but this all matches up.
Whoa.
What, is that just that kid's name? Tommy call him Pipsqueak? His dad call him a Pipsqueak? Is that endearing in the Oliver family?
No, that is on his birth certificate. He is Pipsqueak
Pipsqueak
Oliver.
Do you guys think this guy
Oh,
goes?
he's a Power
Oh, he's a
Ranger.
Power Ranger.
This is cool.
Of course.
He looks real disappointed he can't go.
Now,
That would track with
this
his character.
does break down continuity-wise because they will not ever use those communicators again.
But boy,
And
would
there
this be a
is
cool
no
thing
Zordon?
to build on this in the latest series.
Do you think that guy, that actor that was just there, does the con circuits as Tommy's son, the future Red Ranger?
The last future Red
See,
Ranger.
That's the kind of like real cool deep pull thing that would have been cool in Shattered Grid. They
Yeah.
brought in like although they have that graphic novel that's about Tommy's kid in it. I wonder if it's that kid.
Maybe it is because I haven't read that yet.
I haven't. Yeah.
I got to get my hands on that. Okay, the end of that's pretty darn cool. I gotta give it that.
But was it worth sitting through the song? And the
You
fruit.
know,
No.
I feel like it's a terrible idea, but I would have been okay with the Vulcan Skull show.
Wait,
Oh, some music
why is
at
there
the end.
singing at the end of this?
No, I will not. Bouncy pop beat.
Bouncy beat.
Hey, DJ, this is that song from 2 episodes ago. They just stuck it at the end of this. They just put the music video here like you'd want to watch all of it.
Oh yeah, I was on the edge of my seat waiting for it.
Oh, this is unfortunate, but we have to let it finish playing because the episode's not over.
We had to see this twice. Adam directed this, by the way, Eric.
Giant Bosch.
No, the character.
No, the
Oh.
character.
And you see how, so it's crazy I get to talk about this again. You see how the aspect ratio is wrong? You see how it's stretched?
Yeah.
Well, then, in the episode, they put it on a 4x3 TV, and you see the aspect ratio it was meant to be in. Why do they stretch it like this? It's so weird.
We try to make it look like a official music video, man.
Okay, so
Who is this woman? Is that Tanya?
that's Tanya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, remember how I said she was almost a platinum recording
This is-
star?
this is the
This is
song?
why, yeah.
Okay.
Why is this at the end of this? Was the Christmas episode just too short?
That's what I was just about to say. Is I bet they just had extra space because they didn't make, and then they just threw this on at the end. Because I was about to shut it down because I thought it was done. And I saw there were 2 minutes left, and I was like, "What could that possibly be?" I scrolled across and I went, oh no.
At least she looks like she's having fun. She looks like she wants to be here.
She's trying to do like a Paul Abdul thing.
Who was that shirtless guy that just was in the background?
Yeah, that is kind of what she's trying to do.
Mr. Roboto has a $2 super chat that says Tommy has the most diverse closet of them all, but not really because it changes every time. He just gets rid of all the colors they had before, and then
Cumulatively.
Yeah, we don't know if he keeps it or if he just scraps everything and starts over. He never goes back to a color and is like, crap, I got rid of all my red stuff.
Yeah, because Tommy never repeats colors, right?
I mean, he repeats red, but that's 2 in a row. He doesn't go
just
back.
in a row.
Yeah,
just in a row because
yeah.
he's turbo red after Zeo.
Yeah,
with red. But yeah,
what? And then he's without purpose or color after he gives up being Red Ranger. He doesn't know what to do.
He just
a lot of wandering and soul searching.
Wanders into paleontology for a bit.
He starts ticking everybody off because he's shirtless all the time. He just doesn't even put a shirt on.
He just got a beard and like sweatpants.
I have no identity. I don't know what color.
Who am I?
He just starts wearing rainbow pants. He's like, I copy all the colors because I'm not any color. I want to write that. I want to pitch that to Boom.
Just shirtless on a raining beach, drinking alcohol out of the bottles.
Like super depressed Tommy in between Power Ranger seasons. He just does not know who he is or what he's about. Eventually, he just starts calling all of his old friends as Zordon, and they're like, "You're not Zordon. This is Zordon."
And they just like he stumbles in drunk into like a dinosaur museum, and like somebody takes him in under his wing and teaches him about dinosaurs. He's like, I guess this is what I'm doing.
That's why he's a paleontologist.
This is who I am.
He's like, it's about dinosaurs. I started with dinosaurs. It was fated.
But he doesn't. He starts with a dragon. That's not a dinosaur.
But all of his friends were dinosaur people.
That's true.
And so, oh my God, it writes itself really.
Oh man, like a professor turns on like the lights or whatever, right at the museum. And like Tommy's like curled up, shirtless, with like a bottle of vodka, like in a dinosaur display.
That's awesome. I gotta find an artist to draw this. This is wonderful. Anyway, everybody, thanks always for. Well, that was entertaining, if nothing else. I don't know what that music video had to do with Christmas, or any holiday at all. But anyway, DJ and I will be back with everybody live if you're watching live next Wednesday. If you're watching after the fact. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again next time. And this was great, and we're very excited. I'm very excited for more Gold Ranger. Of course, Gold Ranger could not be in that episode because we don't know who he is yet, and because nobody morphed, which is exactly what I thought would happen.
He could have brought alien Christmas culture. There's a seasonal culture.
But just in his suit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He just lands in his suit?
He's like, I heard there was a holiday convention.
I wanted to show you what we do in our pyramids. And he gets to he just has a little pyramid that he sets on the table, and so everything else is Christmas, but he's got that one thing. Yeah, it's a cliche. It's a cliche where we are. you have to unwrap the foil, and then it's a chocolate pyramid. Anyway, thanks again for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. I was Captain Logan. That was Eric.
That was Eric.
And DJ.
See you guys.
Later, folks.